Hello my darlings, so today is going to be kind of a vlog about how I'm planning a fashion show for the store I work for. There's 2 fashion shows every year. There's like a fall and a spring fashion show. I've planned, this is going on my 3rd one that I've planned. Every time we do it, it's different, so I always end up having to like start from scratch. Most of the models that I used from last time's fashion show, they're coming back, so thank God I didn't have to scramble for too many models. There were just a couple right at the last minute that I had to get. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing today. Just planning. I'm gonna be texting the models to kind of check on them and make sure they know what they're supposed to be doing. Tomorrow they're gonna try on all of there's my dog. Tomorrow they're going to be trying on all of their outfits to make sure they fit for the fashion show. This is kind of the process I go in. I'm just going to kind of show you what I've been doing. What I do is I write the names of the models and then what their timing is, what time they're supposed to like walk on stage and then walk back. So this is pretty much what the final fashion show is going to look like. Thanks to my son, he colored all over it. So I'm going to redo it because I'm crazy and I need it to look perfect. So I'm just gonna be finalizing the walks, making sure the timing is perfect. I also need to find music. Oh, I need to find music. I need to finish the music today, make sure that's all set, because I don't want to worry about it tomorrow. Tomorrow I just want to worry about the models trying on all their stuff. I'll probably bring you guys along on Sunday when I actually go to the fashion show, and hopefully it's not too crazy and I can actually film. So that's pretty much what's gonna happen today, and then I'll probably catch back up with you guys on Sunday. So see you in a couple minutes. Cool, are you gonna be in my video?
No. Oh yeah.
This is why I don't get a lot of work done. Not even the kids, it's that thing right there. Because they can sit in one spot.
Yeah.
That thing cannot. Okay, so I figured I would do an update on the fashion show. So I just had a model drop out and I'm freaking out because I'm like stretching them on stage as long as possible before it starts to get boring. But I'm just so stressed out over this right now. So I decided to take a break, and now we're in Lennon's room playing because I need to relax and just not think about the fashion show for right now. So we're just gonna play in Lennon's room and forget that I have a fashion show on Sunday.
Ow! No, come on here, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.
There's a reason why I was updating you guys and I completely forgot the point. Since I had a model drop out, Cody is always my standby model in case I need an extra one. Since I had a model drop out, I was like, hey, can you do the fashion show? And he is dying slowly inside, but he said yes. Yeah, because you're gonna be in the fashion show. And so also, we're gonna have Colt be in the fashion show, so it's not as stressful for Cody. He's gonna go to gymnastics. He's gonna go to gymnastics tomorrow and then get his hair cut with Grandma, huh?
Yeah, let's get started.
Let's get started. Lennon's still too small to be in the fashion show. Can I have a kiss? Hey, kiss.
Okay, bye.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so today is Tuesday. It has been 2 days since the fashion show, and I'm just gonna do a quick gap fill in between when I had last filmed and the fashion show. So I think that was Friday was when I last filmed, and then Saturday I went into work. I pretty much had most everything done. My manager David had started pulling all the units, and we started to see what the fashion show was really gonna look like. So we were just filling in a couple of gaps, and then I was just double checking with a couple of models to make sure that they were still good for Sunday. And so I had texted one to make sure he was still coming. After I had sent him a text message, I had another model text me saying that his dad was actually in the hospital, and but he would be more than willing to come down for the fashion show. But there was no way that I would have felt so bad having him come all the way back into Fresno. So I was like, you be with your family, don't even worry about it. And then after that, I had that first model that I texted. He sent a message saying that he was not going to be able to do the fashion show. So just in a matter of like 5 minutes, I had 2 models drop. Would have been okay with like 1. I could have gone by with 7 models, but 6 would have just been way too few. I was like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? So I was like, okay, well let's at least find 1 more model. Their model hadn't gotten back in contact with us. He had said a few weeks before the fashion show, he's like, yeah, I'll come back, no problem. He said, just let me know all the details. And so we texted him and I never heard back from him. My manager texted him and he never like replied or called us back. And that was now 3 models that weren't gonna be in the fashion show. So we went from 8 to 5 in like half of Saturday. And so we were like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? And so we just started madly scrambling, texting people, calling people, seeing if they could be in the fashion show. My manager was able to get 2 of his friends to come in and get their fittings done, and we picked out their stuff. And then I had my sister-in-law, her fiance, got dragged into it even though he didn't want to do it. And he thankfully did it. He's done it before, so I knew he wouldn't have, we had all of his sizes and stuff that he had been in before, so we could kind of just go off of that, so it was okay. When that happened, I was like, okay, this is gonna take a little while to get organized, but we'll be able to pull it off. And that was like mid-Saturday. So the store wasn't too busy up until then, but all of a sudden, it started going crazy. We got crazy busy. We had a lot of stuff to do. By the end of the day, when we finally closed, that's when we finally were able to like sit down and like actually start working on all of the model stuff. So I didn't leave work, or my manager and I didn't leave work until I want to say about 8:30, almost 9 o'clock. It was super late, but we had finally gotten all the stuff pulled. I had sewn everything and we pressed stuff, and we still had to pull shoes, but we were like, you know what, we can just do that in the morning really quick. I had to go pick up Cody and the kids from my in-laws' house because Cody can't fit the 2 kids in the back of his cruiser because he's so tall and it's a tiny car and we can't fit everything in there. So I got home, I want to say 10:30, somewhere around there. And then I had some other stuff to do around the house before I went to bed, or went into bed. I didn't go to bed. I went to go sit down in my bed, and Colt was in bed with us with Cody, and Colt was just kind of, we were trying to wind him down so he could go to bed. I was working. I thought I would have had all of the music done by then. I had 1 set of music done, and I went back to listen to it, and I didn't like how it had come out. So pretty much I was starting all over again with the music. Thank God I was on YouTube and found like 1 clip of music that I really liked. I usually try and do remixes of songs so it's not like the same songs you're hearing on the radio all the time. I had found 1 song that I really liked, and that DJ, I'm gonna link him below in this video because all of his music is awesome. He had a ton of songs remixed, and I pretty much was just like, oh my God, these are all perfect. So I just like smashed them all together for the fashion show, and it just, everything sounded amazing. Once I had the music done, I still had to finalize how I was gonna have all of the models on stage, and that took at least another hour or 2 because I wanted to mathematically have everything correct in timing. And so I think I finally went to bed around 3 o'clock. I had to get up at 5 a.m. to get ready for the day. We got the kids together, got them in the car, planned to leave at like 6:50. And we actually left, we got in the car at 6:49, so I was really impressed that we were actually leaving on time. I headed to the convention center, and I got there a little after 8, probably like 8:15, and there was models there already. Some had arrived at like early, like 7:50, and I felt terrible because I was giving everybody crap to get there at 8, and then I ended up being late. The first fashion show was at 11:30, so we got dressed at 11, and we were just on standby, and the girls went first. All of the girls from Premier Bride who were modeling the wedding dresses went first. Once they were done, then it was our turn. And so I set up a little area like behind the curtain so I could signal the guys when to go on and when to kind of go off. I wasn't able to record throughout the day like I thought I was going to. I did get one little clip in after our first fashion show, so I will put it in right here. Okay, so we just completed the first fashion show. It was a little bit of a nightmare, just a little bit of a nightmare, but everything went so smooth other than like a couple things, but we did good. And we're just waiting until our second fashion show. And yeah, so I'll let you guys know how that goes. Bye. So that little bit of a nightmare that I'm talking about is there's one change in set 1 and then there's another change in set 2. And in set 1, I don't think they realized how quick that minute and 40 seconds went. One guy's tie ended up breaking or like getting stuck, and then the other two just didn't change quick enough. I had one model go on stage and signal him to like walk on and walk around, and then and then the other 3 didn't come, and I was like, oh my gosh, so we're just gonna have to cut it off. And I was like, I don't have any way to signal this guy that he's gonna be the only one going out there. And so I was like panicking, like, oh my God, what do I do? But I heard the crowd cheering, and like I heard them cheering from like different sides of the room. I was like, oh, I think he's still going. And luckily enough, he just kept going. And then he ended the fashion show, his segment, and he walked off stage like a pro. And I was like, oh my God, thank God he handled that marvelously. I'll be inserting all of the footage from the rest of the fashion show in here. But I just want to wrap up my thoughts and feelings about the fashion show in itself. Overall, the fashion show is always so much fun, no matter how stressful it can be. At the end of the day, everybody has a lot of fun and everybody enjoys doing it. I wish I would have had somebody film the second fashion show, because the second fashion show is always so much better than the first one, because we can iron out all of the kinks from like the first fashion show, and the models are a lot more loose and laid back, and so they goof off like even more, and it's always way more hilarious. Everything came out perfectly. I was really happy with it at the end, and we had lots of compliments from random people backstage telling us that the guys did a good job. So all in all, I'm definitely proud of all of them. I'm really glad that everything turned out to be okay. I'm very proud of myself. So I'll go ahead and link the rest of the fashion show footage after this, and hopefully I will get this uploaded later today. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it.
Bye.
Can you say bye, guys?
Bye, guys.